Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today, a Thursday, here at MadWorldTarot. And we are looking at Harry-related stories, developments in the UK. And this one, the reason why I say it's Harry-related is because there was, of course, a garden party hosted by Prince William in the absence of the King. Prince William was there without the Princess of Wales, but he was there with a very strong showing from his cousins, his and Harry's cousins, Zara and Mike Tyndall, Peter Phillips, and Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. They were all there in the rain. As Rebecca English said in her piece in the Daily Mail about it, it was a very touching show of support for Prince William. Prince William looking very dashing in his top hat, and Zara looking absolutely sensational in that beautiful dress she was wearing. The cousins were all looking great. They were all looking very happy, like they were all getting on very well, having a very good time. It must have been quite painful to see if you were an exiled prince far, far away in California and things not going particularly well for you in California. So I want to know various things. I have the Tarot of Curious Creatures on the tarot table because I am curious about this. I want to know how Harry felt seeing that. Was he regretful? Did he wish he was there? He was last there, of course, with his wife Meghan Markle at a garden party, and they left after about 15 minutes, allegedly because she announced very loudly that she was bored and could they go now. So a car was called and they were sent away. Pretty much that's the story that we have heard from Lady C about that. How did he feel about the cousins all being there, very obviously supporting Prince William? How did the cousins feel about the situation? How do they feel about Prince William? How do they feel about Harry en masse, not looking at them individually? And then, would they like to have a more permanent role in the royal family? Because Rebecca English said something interesting in her article. She said that none of these cousins will be getting a more permanent working role in the royal family because of Harry and Meghan. Because according to palace sources, it would play right into Harry and Meghan's hands. Harry and Meghan, obviously, since the Queen passed away, are trying to get the half in, half out gig back on track. And so these cousins, however lovely they are and however they might want to do this, are not going to be allowed to do it ever, I assume, because Meghan is always going to be around jumping up and down on the sidelines, and so is Harry, whether they are together or not. So we want to know how would the cousins like to be more involved in royaling, how they feel about being shut out by Harry and Meghan, basically. And then I'm going to ask a last question. Will we ever see the has-been at one of these garden parties again? And see where we go with this one. I just need to juice the cards up a little bit. There we go. Something's happening now. Okay. And let's remind you that it's tarot for fun and entertainment. All my opinion or speculation. Just read energy, and disclaimer in the box below. I'm sad for them that it rained so much on the day, but it didn't seem to really dampen their spirits, which is good. So that's the Harry one, that's the cousin one, that's the would the cousins like to be roiling again, blocked by Harry and Meghan, and then that's, are we going to see Harry ever at one of these things again? We've got the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is a cold-hearted king. It's somebody who really is laying down the law, that King of Swords. That's Prince William, King of Swords. That's him in his king power, energy. Very clear about what he wants, who he wants around him, how things are going to be. And very powerful, quietly powerful. The King of Swords isn't going to shout and strut about and show off, but a quiet power. That's the King of Swords. So, situation. We're dealing with garden party and cousins, and there has been the Wheel of Fortune. That swings and roundabouts. Sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down, and you never quite know. It's Lady Luck, the Wheel of Fortune. It's really how fate twists and turns and rolls you along in life, basically, and it's upright, which tells me that it's talking about the royal family fortunes being on the rise here. We've got our King of Swords, that for me is Prince William. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. He's been through it, and the wheel is turning, restoring him to a better position, a more fortunate phase in his life. It's about timing, it's about cycles, the Wheel of Fortune. And he's been through it. Certainly he's been through it for a long, long, long time, thanks to Harry and Meghan. And I personally connect Catherine's physical challenges energetically with Harry and Meghan. I'm not accusing. I'm simply saying that for me as an energy reader, the two are connected. So that's a better energy. That's putting out more positive energy, and it was very positive energy. It looked very jolly, very Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy. It really did look like they were all actually enjoying themselves. Even the one who's normally got quite a sour face on her, she even managed to look quite lovely and as if she was enjoying herself too. So let's look at Harry back in Montecito, watching this. Regret, sorrow, anything like that? Four of Wands. Well, seeing them all there in their finery, the royal family having a good time, celebrating. It's not showing up as tragedy and woe and wish I was there. It's seeing the royal family thriving, stable. That's the Four of Wands. Celebrating, being feted and celebrated, people wanting to be there, people admiring them, appreciating them, all of them that were there, and particularly Prince William. This is turning out to be a reading about Prince William and a real show of quiet strength, popularity. That Four of Wands, looking really good. He's looking sensational. It looks as if they've been somewhere where he's managed to get a tan and some energy back in, some, I won't say fattened up because it's not fat. He's got some meat on him again. He was looking quite thin, but he looks like he's filled out again. He was looking really, really good, and they all were. And Harry can see it. For all the hand grenades that they have lobbed, he and Meghan have lobbed at the royal family over the past few years, very much targeted at Prince William and Catherine in particular. Look at it. Wheel of Fortune, Four of Wands, King of Swords. Harry sees it. What about the cousins? How does he feel about the cousins showing up so strongly for his nemesis, as he's called Prince William? What does he think? The Emperor. They know who's the boss. They know who's going to be king. They know who's going to have all the power. That's how he reads it. They're not going to support the spare. They are. Sorry about that. I have a sudden frog in my throat. As you can still probably hear. So as I was saying, they're not going to support the spare. They are going to support the heir to the throne. They know where the center of power is. And so he sees it as they are there because of the power that Prince William holds by virtue of his status. So he's probably telling himself that secretly they really all prefer him, they like him, but they're there because Prince William is one day going to be king, and he will hold the purse strings if he doesn't already, and he will be able to click his fingers and they will all do his bidding. That's how I am interpreting Harry's energy, just by the way. I'm not saying that that is actually true. I'm saying that that is what Harry is telling himself to console himself. So how do the cousins actually feel? Let's move on to them in the next column. How do they feel about Prince William? Right now, we got the Five of Cups, and it's in reverse. They can see exactly what heartache he has been through: sorrow, loss, mourning. It's a terrible card, the Five of Cups. It's such heartache. It's such pain. He spent a long time in that Five of Cups energy, grieving over what he has lost, his brother. Also, obviously, the anxiety, the concern about his wife's health, Catherine's health. But the card is in the reverse, which means that they are trying to support him through it. And that's been a consistent theme in these articles about the cousins that have been coming out in the Daily Mail mostly, and how they're supporting him through this very difficult time, particularly Zara and Mike and Peter Phillips, helping out as best they can. They're all parents, they all have children of a similar age, they all grew up together, spent a lot of time together when they were young, and they're still obviously very close, and they're still obviously an emotional support network for him. And that is what that Five of Cups is telling me, that they are his emotional support network, and they are trying very hard to jolly him along through this very difficult time and help him through it and get him back on his feet and get him just more cheerful. And they seem to be succeeding from what we saw at the garden party. What do the cousins en masse think of Harry? Two of Cups, enthralled to his wife. That's the Two of Cups. And it's interesting because it's quite a similar energy, oddly, or perhaps not oddly, to the energy that I got excuse me, that I got with the Labour Party, the potential Labour Party government, and what the Labour Party high-ups might think about Prince Harry. It was a very, very similar energy, the reading I have just done. And so Two of Cups, they see him as still enthralled to his wife, still very much part of that brand Sussex thing, that's where he is, that's where his energy is. Might not be true, of course, the actual emotion, but that's the display of it. That's where his loyalties lie. Cups are very much about loyalty, and his loyalty does not lie with them or with Prince William, it lies with her at the moment. So would the cousins like to do some more of this, be more involved in royaling, light royal duties? Would they like to be? And we got the Star in reverse. That tells me straight away that they don't have any hope of doing it, because it's in reverse. That they know it's not possible. It's just a no. It would be lovely, because the Star is hopes and dreams and the perfect path, that life path, soul path, being in touch with your destiny, all of that kind of thing. Following your star. And that's what they were born for, really. Particularly the ones that still carry the princess title. But they know it's not possible. It's obviously been made very clear to them. And this is what Rebecca English was saying. There is absolutely no chance of any of them doing anything more permanent within the royal family. They could show up at garden parties. They might be allowed to wave from the balcony every now and then. But that's going to be it because of Harry and Meghan. So how do they feel towards Harry and Meghan? Because all of this has to do with Harry and Meghan and their behavior, and they're chasing the almighty dollar, according to Rebecca English. How do they feel about it? Well, she has shown up in the Six of Wands. That for me is very clearly Our Lady of Montecito. and it's the show off card. It's very much her. It's very much her energy that's coming through for me, because it's a little bit narcissistic. It's showy offy. It's all about me. It's all about my performance and my glory. The Six of Wands isn't a team player, just saying. It's very much merching, attention seeking, getting awards for very little effort, all of that stuff. They know why this has happened, I would say, and this is of course my interpretation of the cards. Are we ever going to see Harry at a garden party again? Not a crazy person streaking naked through the crowd as he did in his teens, apparently, while he was off his face on whatever substances, but as a sober and dutiful working member of the royal family. Are we ever going to see this sight again? And we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. No. There's no more loyalty, there's no more love, there's no more hope, there's no more offering of that cup of love. Upright, it's unconditional love. It's you'll always belong, we'll always love you no matter what. In reverse, you're done. We don't love you. You have messed up. We're not going to forgive you. We're not going to invite you back in. It's quite interesting that there's a tentacle that's grabbing that cup and causing that cup to spill. And when it's in reverse, that tentacle is really giving me the sense of just pulling him away from his blood family, from the people who really love him, the people who were really supportive of him and loyal to him, long past the time when they should have given up. And it's no. It's absolutely no. It belongs over here. Energetically, that card. The rest, you can see that they know where the trouble lies. They know that there is no hope for them, much as they would like it. They would like it. The Star card there. Put on their nice clothes and have some fun. You know, who wouldn't want to do that? Well, me. But that's just me. And there he is. He's shown up there, King of Swords. He's shown up there, Four of Wands. He's shown up as the Emperor. His power is building. I'm getting the sense of a generator or something like that ran out of fuel for a while, and now someone's pulled the starter cord, whatever that thing's called, and it's chugging back to life, and it's getting more and more revved up. His energy is coming back, and it's coming back very powerfully for me as an energy reader. Harry knows it, the Emperor. That's your reading. Thanks for watching, and good luck everyone who's having life-changing elections this year. We're in it now, I think, and it's going to be a wild ride. So I'll see you again tomorrow.